Well, we take a look at yesterday's heavy rainfall and tornado reports, and we've got another round of rain today, an unsettled weekend, but quieter next week. So quite the rainfall amounts yesterday, especially west central Minnesota, around the Granite Falls, Renville area, up to 5 inches of rainfall estimated by radar and some of the rainfall reports, in a swath of about 2 to 4 inches that cut right through the Twin Cities, Glencoe, and on top of it, some severe weather. That warm front lifted into southeastern Minnesota, and we had 12 tornado reports just in southeastern Minnesota alone to add to our tally of what has been an above normal tornado season so far. And our own Joe Nelson of Bring Me the News captured a tornado. This one didn't have a warning on it, just southwest of Lake City. This is his footage yesterday. Tornado was bouncing up and down on the ground here, and he followed it for a while, catching it as it rolled through. So Weather Service crews will be out surveying the damage to see how strong those tornadoes were or not. It appears that most of them were pretty weak and brief, luckily. But there is a risk of potentially more tornadoes today in southeastern Minnesota. We have a slight risk again of severe storms for almost the same areas that had it yesterday. Twin Cities, the risk is low. We'll be lucky if we can hit 70 degrees today, probably. But those strong storms are possible once again in southeastern Minnesota. So these are those updraft tracks, again, essentially tracking the path of some of the strongest storms in the models, at least, of where those storms could develop. So we have another round of rain today, generally lighter than yesterday's rainfall, but again, we're going to see some of these embedded stronger storms on the south end of that rainfall heading into the afternoon and evening hours. Rain should wrap up this evening, and it won't be as steady today. On and off, scattered showers, another ½ inch to an inch for most of the Twin Cities, but 1 to 2 with locally higher amounts again in southeastern Minnesota, especially with some of those storms that develop in southeastern Minnesota. Those can easily dump some heavier amounts, heavily localized though, and that's why we've got the flood watch for those areas in southeastern Minnesota, because they got a lot of rain as well and could see potentially some of those high rainfall amounts out of those storms this afternoon and evening. You can tell where the steadier rain showers will be today just based on the high temperatures. Upper 60s only across central Minnesota under the clouds and showers, which is a little cool for the end of June. Tomorrow into the 70s. Hopefully we can squeeze out some afternoon sun. Best chance of that will be in western Minnesota, where they'll probably pop into the low 80s. And dew points won't be as high tomorrow, but they are going to come back up Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be very humid. Low to mid 70s dew points, and that steamy air mass combined with a couple of upper level disturbances and unsettled atmosphere aloft means that we are going to have some thunderstorm chances this weekend. That's looked pretty consistent all week, but we're getting a more clear picture of the timing of those storms now that we're getting closer. Upper 80s, close to 90 in southwestern Minnesota Saturday afternoon, so very steamy. And with those 70s dew points, we're talking about a heat index that could be well into the 90s, if not near 100 in southwestern Minnesota. So not quite as hot as last weekend, but pretty close in the southwest part of the state. And we are going to be talking about more severe chances. Northwestern Minnesota tomorrow night. Dry during the day tomorrow, but late tomorrow night into the early morning hours Saturday. Slight risk for severe storms. And then mainly Saturday evening, Saturday night. Central and southern Minnesota, including the Twin Cities, slight risk level 2 out of 5. So we're not done with the severe weather just yet. We probably have a couple more bouts of that this weekend, picking up where an active June's left off. So evening storms in the Dakotas. What's left moves into northwestern Minnesota. Fizzles out largely during the day, but then we're probably going to see more storms fire up in the evening hours Saturday into Saturday night. Again, those storms could be strong to severe, but Sunday is looking a little better. Maybe just some isolated shower chances for eastern Minnesota, western Wisconsin, and then things quiet down next week as those dew points drop. We'll finally get a break from the humid air. That will settle the atmosphere some as well, too. So 77 tomorrow, hopefully some afternoon sun. We'll see some midday sun with that steamy air mass Saturday and Sunday as well, but brighter skies next week as those dew points drop. But seasonable temperatures, low to mid 80s with the next chance of thunder probably the day before 4th of July, the 3rd. Hopefully we can get that out of here in time for what will be a busy holiday weekend.